Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode, we made it here to Sword Valley, then went all the way back to Magna Forest just so we could assert our dominance over a very strong T-Rex. This time, we are going to be heading into Sword Valley and hopefully making it to Galahad Fortress. I say hopefully because I don't know if we will. This is a very, very, very big area. And by big, I mean, like, large, and not a lot of stuff is going to happen on the way to Galahad Fortress. I'm not a big fan of Sword Valley, I'll be honest. I really like that we're returning here, and I really like what that means to Dunban, especially. Since the last time he was here, Mumkar betrayed him and he lost the use of his right arm. And this time he's there with people that can't betray him because they're the player. And, I mean, he doesn't have use of his right arm, but he doesn't have to use the Monado this time, so he's not at risk at losing his other arm. Here at Ged Fortress. Jed? I don't know how that would be pronounced, because gem is pronounced like gem, but it's G-E-D, but then, like, if it was G-E-Y, that would be pronounced gay. I want to hit this lock release. There's going to be a few of these throughout Sword Valley. This is the easiest one to hit because there are no Mechon at this part of the valley. This is seemingly the last part of the valley that wasn't taken over by them during the Battle of Sword Valley a year ago. Once you hit that, you can hit the access thing. Which opens you up here. I almost walked right into the fortress unit. You know what? We can probably take this right now.
Looks like we don't have a choice.
And it killed me.
Sorry.
I don't know what that art was, but yeah, I won't be fighting this thing again for a while. That's embarrassing. How can we beat a level 98 Soros, but not a level 52 disgusting spider monster that I hope is dead in, like, a second? It won't be dead in a second, but it deserves to be, like all spiders. It's not even a spider. Spiders have 8 legs. This thing only has 4, but it resembles a spider even slightly, and for that I hope it dies. There are 2 paths you can take through Sword Valley. You can take this upper path, which will have a lot less enemies and a lot less having to fight an M104 Fortress unit. So, yeah, overall this is the path I'd take. It looks like that Fortress unit is actually the only Mechon down here at the moment. I'm glad I survived that. I can never tell. Never mind, a bunch of them spawn in once you get over here. Are we in its path? It doesn't look like it. We can probably handle these then. And like always, I'm going to be cutting out a lot of battles here, because it may be Sword Valley, but the battles are still just Mechon battles. Got Machine Mayhem. I assume you get that by defeating a certain amount of Mechon. As you can see, we all gained a level, I think, from that, other than Shulk, who already gained one from the Soros, but these are a much more consistent way to gain levels just because they're closer to our level. You gain less experience from beating the Soros than by beating a group of these, so yeah, this is less time-consuming. The Soros will be a more effective way later, but for now, that stupid experience scaling thing is there. I feel like that experience scaling mechanic is so stupid. Because if you're going to take the time in a single-player game, by the way, it wasn't for, like, balancing multiplayer or anything. It was it's just to keep people playing the story at a slower pace. I feel like if you're willing to take the time to do that, they should let you, to let you power level like that, because it's just... And it would be fine if it, like, scaled down in a way where you still gain, like, 2 levels for beating it at level 41. No, they scale it down so you don't even gain, like, a quarter of a level. You might gain a quarter, if you're lucky. I just find that really dumb. We have that Mechon way up there that we just can't target. I think the offensive Mechon pluses have a really cool design. And this is pretty much the only area in the game where we're actually going to be seeing them. Yeah, we have another one closer to the ground there. They're like flying and they have a sword. It's just cool. I didn't mean to lure this, but I apparently just didn't get rid of that on the pallet, so... Guess we have to fight it now. Getting a lot of silver chests here, that's getting us a lot of good armor. Which is good. As usual, fighting the mech on here can get you a lot of the armor that, like, better versions of a lot of the armor that you could just buy at a shop, so... Again, buying armor at shops usually is not worth it. Could head up there. I don't think that's required. We are getting pretty close to another gate, so it actually might be. Yeah, this one definitely is Dolgan Outpost. I remember this. I did my test playthrough of the beginning area of Sword Valley like a few minutes before I started recording, so... yeah, we definitely have to take Dolgan Outpost. As you can see, secure Dolgan Outpost. Defeat Prudent Person at Dolgan Outpost. That's one of my favorite unique monster names just because his name is Person. That's not a name. That's a race, I guess, like the human race, but I guess we aren't really humans in this game, we're Homs. Even though Homs are humans, but I don't know. I don't understand why they decided to change the name to Homs, especially because they just go back to calling them humans in Xenoblade Chronicles X and 2. Although Xenoblade Chronicles X is, like, it's different because, like, you play as humans that had to leave Earth. Like, you aren't playing as, like, a different type of human. But with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they're still called humans. They don't call them Homs or anything. I thought they were going to when I first played 2. I was surprised when they didn't. Alright. No matter what entrance you go through, you're going to have an M63X android unit, and you should probably take these out because they'll get annoying if you just run past them and go straight to the unique monster we're looking for. Because they will follow. He's like phasing into the ground. What a hacker. Everybody's up to level 43. We're looking good on level. This is the level I was when I took on the boss that we're going to be facing at the end of the episode. Which, yes, we're going to be facing a boss at the end of the episode. That's why the episode is so long, because I'm trying to go through a lot of Sword Valley in this episode. Because I've been getting chapters done at a pretty consistent pace, and I want to keep up that pace. Until, like, the last chapter that lasts a really long time because of side content that I actually want to do in the Let's Play. Alright. There he is, Prudent Person. And we have a covert killer that's going to alert him anyway. We might as well get the tension. You can just wait for that covert killer to pass and then not have to worry. I don't know why I used enchant. That was such a waste. Okay, I want to focus Person, use the chain attack. Maybe we can topple lock him like we did that Soros. Well, we do have it toppled. It's up to the AI whether we can consider that a topple lock. Alright, we do. It looks like we're topple locking it. We have him dazed. We have him, like, super broke. He's super braked. And then we can do another one. Yeah, we have him topple locked. Topple locking is a very fun strategy. Like, Shulk, Orion, and Dunban is probably my most used party in this game because I enjoy topple locking enemies. You can use Ricky technically to topple lock things, but his topple art isn't a guaranteed topple, so this is the most consistent party to get topple locking down. At least for now. Perhaps we'll be getting another topple art eventually in this game. Yeah, this is... We have him so topple locked. Like, I don't think he's gotten up a single time from the first topple we got on him. And we've gotten him dazed like 8 times so far too. That might be an exaggeration. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track because he's just been on the ground and I've been beating up on him. And there we go. We defeated him. The Dolgan Outpost is now under your control, other than the Mechon that are still in it and will still continue to respawn in it. But canonically, it belongs to us. Buster. There we go. Yeah, once you defeat Prudent Person, these mechons should be easy to take out, considering even Prudent Person was pretty easy to take out. We got our gold chest, Jaw Nibbler, a weapon with a vice-like bite, hits where it hurts. Ew. Gauntlets made of frozen air, they can destroy Inferno armor. Is Inferno armor something you can get on Valak Mountain? Probably. High quality part, cool. That probably sells for a lot. Not bad. Alright. And we have a smaller chest from the Covert Killer. Whenever you defeat a unique monster with a group of enemies basically guarding it, you will get drops from all of those enemies in the chest. Also, I'm not even sure if that quest was actually required to take out Prudent Person, because the lock seal is here and you can hit it even before you defeat him. But maybe there's some reason you have to defeat him. I don't know. That might not even be required. It is a timed quest. Time quests are quests that you can only defeat for a certain period of time in the story, so I'm not going to be going over when those expire because I don't know for all of them. I will tell you at points when like a very large amount of them are about to expire, because there's a couple of those throughout this game. It's good to know when those are. Yeah, we've already gotten up to level 44 just from fighting the enemies around here. We're not doing bad. Like, we're catching up very quickly in level to what Mumkar was when we fought him on Valak Mountain. I'd also like to talk a bit more about Mumkar and about how I didn't know that was Mumkar. Cut me some slack. My first time experiencing this game was not through my first playthrough, or at least for the first half. I stopped watching Chugga Conroy's at Valak Mountain when I realized, oh, there's twists in this game, okay. I mean, I realized that technically at Prison Island, but with Fiora, I cut the game some slack. I didn't think I was ever going to get to play it. Because at the time, the Wii version of the game was going for like $100 at GameStop, and because this game was pretty rare at the time. You didn't see a lot of this game because it was a GameStop exclusive, and I mean, yeah, it was a GameStop exclusive, so the few people who did buy it started selling their copies for a ridiculous price, because that's what limited releases do. They just make it so games go for ridiculous prices when they get sold secondhand, inevitably. Oh, no. Okay. I don't know why I'm saying oh no. I can definitely take these enemies. I'm just gonna open with Monado Buster because I can. Yeah, there's half his health gone already. And Dunban is actually taking advantage of his auras for once. He used Peerless like right away. I don't know why he used a chain attack. We've had our party gauge up pretty consistently. It would be nice to actually keep that up until a boss. At least we're getting a pretty long chain attack. Definitely 5 turns already. Shield dash. Yeah, not bad. 5 turns. And the offensive Mechon Plus has decided to join the fight. Which is good because I like its design. I'm pretty sure its design actually inspired the design of an enemy in Xenoblade 2. You don't see like designs that are inspired by basic enemies very often in sequels to games. I might be wrong about that. I'm just pretty sure because it looks similar. I'm not going to say for a fact, oh, yeah, this inspired the gargoyles, but it might have. I can't say for certain. I can't say not for certain. We've already been going for 17 minutes. That's actually less time than I thought it would take to get here. Something a little dark is you have these Homs, like tank things, and they have items in them, which implies to me that people have died in there. I mean, obviously people have died in there. This is the location of one of the biggest battles in the game's history. There's the ether storage unit. And I don't think it's required to go into any of these areas. M71 flexible unit. We saw one of these as a boss in a much earlier chapter, and defective Ipos. There are a lot of unique monsters with defective as their title. I'm going to be fighting this one because I think I can handle it. Go with Buster. That did not do a lot at all. Okay, I need to use Shadow Eye immediately. That fight was sick. We topple locked him, just like we have basically everything lately. We have a quality plate, which again, probably pretty good for selling. Pretty wind crit cylinder, 81% agility up. These Mechon can drop some pretty good cylinders. Flash Shield Elfidar. A highly artistic weapon designed with light as a motif, with Topple Plus. That's actually really good for Rhine, especially for topple locking, ironically. And Blade Boots with agility up 4. That's really good for Dunban. Okay. We have a lot of good things coming from that unique monster. Okay, might be worth looking for those defective things, because... Jeez. Unfortunately, this does mean we're going to need to be focusing on using Monado Enchant again on Rhine, but I think that's fine. Looks like it's based on the Bomber Lancer, which... very pretty. It fits Rhine's personality. But yeah, this M71 flexible unit is something we saw earlier in the game as a boss, and now it's just a regular enemy. I'm gonna take it on just for old time's sake. It's a nostalgia thing. There's Monado Enchant. Alright. Let's see how easily we can take this down now that it's not a boss. Watch now as I topple lock it, as I have every enemy we've fought recently. I love topple locking. This thing is not getting up. Its tentacles stick around after it dies this time, which is different from when it was a boss. But again, it's just so easy. Even in normal mode, we could probably easily topple lock this thing now. What a bunch of jokers! I agree. Alright, we can keep going now. I just think it's nice to see things like that are very fun to me in games. When you see like an enemy that was once like much more intimidating gets reduced to something like that, I really like that. Now I have to defeat Tranquil Morax at the Enolda control base, and that is this. So we have to defeat a unique monster in here. And we have another covert killer. Lure. And then hopefully take it out in one hit with Buster. Nope. But hopefully we can take it out before it runs. There we go. Pretty sure that's the only one in here. It will run to alert the unique monster, even though the unique monster is right here. So, lure, and then very quickly get the tension up. And then Shadow Eye, please. Alright. No matter what, those enemies behind it are going to fight it as well, are going to fight with it as well. Got Unshakable Trust. I don't know what that achievement is for, but sounds good. Let's topple lock it. I'm having too much fun with topple locking. It's so fun to me. Okay. Dunvan's on half HP for some reason. Does he have an art? I know Tranquil Morax has a sleep spike when it's toppled. Okay. Dunvan, please. Topple locking is actually not that useful right now. Oh god, our affinity with Dunban went up because we just have to keep encouraging and helping him. Okay. Buster, why are you using Blossom Dance, Dunban? Okay, I gotta remember to focus on healing. Focus on healing. What is that from? What am I remembering that focus on healing line from? I don't know, but... just topple lock again. And then hopefully we have at least enough, oh god, Dunban is gonna die here. Yeah, all the enemies are aggroing Dunban and he's asleep. And Ryan is asleep, and Shulk is asleep, and we literally cannot get out of sleep. Okay. There we go, we defeated it. That's fine. Even if we're all asleep now, that is fine. Because at least one of us is up and can wake up the others. Okay. Now, Shadow Eye. I guess there's an example for you of a time when topple locking is not at all helpful. But it is helpful for gaining affinity. Because we got an affinity level up on Dunban and Shulk. Alright, we got Blade Boots. It's another agility up 4. That might be nice on Shulk, I guess. The Mountain Spear, which might be better than what he has now, I don't know, but I'm not replacing another anti-mechon weapon. Pretty Wind Cylinder, agility up 85%. That's really good as well. And a quality plate. That's absolutely mint, as Ryan says. This is absolutely mint! And we can release the gate control there, and that gate looks like it's much farther away, because it is. So you might, at this point in the game, be getting annoyed that the highest quick step gem you probably have is only level 2, especially if you're following everything I'm doing, which hopefully you're actually doing side quests and stuff and playing in normal mode. I'm not going to judge you if you're playing in casual mode, though, because I don't blame you. I get it. It's like higher difficulties can get stressful and blah, 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 whatever. But if you are playing the way I am, and you've avoided some unique monsters and such, the highest level gem you probably have for Quick Step is level 2, and you might be getting annoyed at how slowly you're moving. There is a Quick Step 4 gem you can conceivably get on the second area of the game from a unique monster in Gar Plain. I don't know why I said second area, that is definitely not the second area of the game. But there is a Quick Step 4 gem you can get there from a pretty early piece of equipment from a unique monster. Obviously, it's a unique piece of equipment because it has a Quick Step 4 gem in it guaranteed. I don't know exactly what the monster's called, but that can be a useful piece of equipment to get if you want to waste a slot even this late in the game just to have a higher Quick Step value. Alright, we're just about done here. I was going to cut this out, but I mean, we already won. However, there are more over there. Basically the exact same battle. Another Wind Cylinder and an Ether Up Cylinder. This might actually be a really good place to craft, or to get cylinders for crafting, because you can make some level 4 gems using all this stuff. That's really good. Like, I have no room to complain about any of this. Alright, we are actually almost at the boss, I believe. That's good. Yeah, we're really close. In fact, we're like maybe a couple minutes away.
Hey, look! Can we get in through there?
It looks as though it's unguarded. It should make for a decent entry point.
Now's our chance, Dunban.
Yes. But don't lower your guard. The Mechon may just be hiding.
Port access pathway. About what Dunban said about the Mechon potentially just hiding. Don't worry about that, they aren't. That's just Dunban being paranoid and making you think, oh, there must be Mechon that are going to attack from out of nowhere. Nope.
I've been waiting for you.
Munga!
How predictable. I knew you were going to come.
How could you? How could you do this to your own kind?
That ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just having the time of my life here. Ain't that the point? I even get to take out that annoying Monado brat.
Oi, Beardy! You're talking pretty tough there. Don't be so sure you can take us all on by yourself.
Come on! I ain't that stupid.
What's that sound?
You scumbag!
Well then, Monado boy. Think you can do it? Can you kill them all? I wonder who's inside. Who could it be? Your dad? Your mom? Maybe that special someone. Aha! Looks like we have our first contestant. Too bad she won't give me much of a fight.
It's just like with Zanza. Shala, look out!
Too bad she won't give me much of a fight.
Shulk?
Everyone, watch out for the green claws. And the other one's spears. There's something different about them.
You catch on quick, boy. You're right. These weapons are special. They were made especially to decompose you homs. And no, wait. Any being from Bionis.
How can that be?
I don't know about all this technical stuff, but it's something to do with that ether. Ether is like the Bionis blood. The fortress sucks its blood out for us. Then we use it to make this green liquid.
You monsters!
Pretty clever, don't you think? This world suits me just fine, Dunban.
Mumka, you're gonna pay!
I'm tired of your yapping, Mr. Hero. I'm gonna squish you like a slug, right here where we shared such lovely memories.
Don't worry, you don't have to fight all 7 of those Mechon, you only have to fight 3 of them. Mumkar and mass-produced faces. I'm gonna focus Mumkar, and hopefully be able to get up to Monado Enchant pretty shortly, because Ryan isn't going to be doing anything. I thought about having Melia in the party, but after considering how that went last time we fought Mumkar, I'm probably not going to do that. Let's see if I can get to the side of him. Yep, alright, that's good enough. Let's try and topple lock him. Oh, you can topple lock him. That's what I did in my test playthrough. Although, to be fair, my test playthrough is in New Game Plus, so I had some much more powerful weapons and gems. Right, this. I gotta focus on keeping everybody, including Shulk, healed. I don't know why this thing is still aggroed onto Shulk. Got our second chain attack, that's good. He still has a red portrait. He's gained 4 levels since the last time we fought him. I don't know how, because he hasn't had any enemies to fight. The mech are on his side, but whatever. Yeah, hitting those burst affinities is a very good idea. It gets a lot of the party gauge filled. As you can... Oh, I didn't mean to run. Oh god, now we have to get another bit of it up. And Shulk is dead. This is no good. Okay. At least they aren't targeting Shulk anymore. That is a positive of dying in the middle of a battle. Any aggro that's on you will leave. And now we have another chain attack, that's good. We just barely managed to get it before his topple ran. Although I think Ryan actually reactivated it with Wild Down, which is good. It's not an awful idea to focus the faces, the mass-produced faces. I'm just not doing it because it makes the fight take more time. Since we haven't toppled, we don't have to bother reactivating this enchant. Yeah, this is going pretty easily. I think with this chain attack, we've probably won. Yep, definitely.
Too much. The Monado is too much.
Yes.
This is the power of the Monado. You wanted it, so now you can have it, Bunka!
I'm better than all of you! You're the one who's finished!
Die! Stop! Get out of my way, Shulk!
It's Mumka! He's not a Mechon!
Have you forgotten everything he's done? Where is your killer instinct? Now is the time!
I hate him, Dumban! For what he did to Fiora and the Emperor! So of course I want to get my revenge!
Shulk.
But... Face Mechon are not like the others. They're people. Like us. Are you really willing to kill another Homs?
Yes, sometimes needs must.
Even if it's Fiora? What then? When we set out, I wanted to destroy all Mechon. That was my aim. But now, I know that there are people inside. I have to know why. What's the reason for all of this? Why do Bionis and Mechonis have to keep on fighting? I have to find out why!
So, that is your fight.
Dumban!
I will never forgive what he's done. And yet, your words, they ring true. I feel their weight. We have to help Fiora now. We'll worry about the rest later.
Right.
Did you hear that, Munkar? We haven't got time to be playing around with you.
You always had to have the last word. Just die!
No!
Just
Don't move!
die!
Stay back!
Munkar!
No! No! Not like this!
Munkar! You went too far, you fool.
They are of surprisingly little use, those visions.
Because he could not save His Majesty. That was within the margin of fate. It was not Shulk's fault.
So you side with the boy?
Did you find anything out?
I did. It is most fascinating, this spear. The green fluid alters and destroys the structure of the ether, which is the building block of life on Bionis. It appears to have been created from ether energy drawn from the blood of the Bionis.
Could that explain the ether flowing through Sword Valley?
I do not think it is the only reason, but it is too early to draw conclusions.
Is there a countermeasure?
Creating antibodies is a simple matter. we will be ready.
That is good news.
Why did you have to include him? You know how he disgusts me.
We must respect our elders. Dixon has known him far longer than us.
At least he's out of the way. Now we just need to get inside. They're in there. Fiora and the Golden Mechon. Fiora! Shulk! What's up?
Did you see something?
No.
You did see something.
All right. It was the Silver Mechon. Fiora. She's definitely inside the fortress.
All right. At least we know what to expect.
So, Fiora is inside. I can't let that vision come true. I have to save her.
Before ending the episode, I would like to talk a little bit about what we just saw. Not about the vision, not about Lorithia and Alvis and Dixon, but about Mumkar. First of all, I think Dunban as a character is done masterfully here. Not only by his voice actor, which yes, by his voice actor, but as a character. He went from not knowing who the faced Mechon was, or even that it was controlled by a Hams, only knowing that it killed his sister, and not wanting Shulk to go after it because, I mean, he didn't want Shulk to succumb to revenge, to realizing that the person who killed his sister was also somebody who had fought beside him for presumably years against the Mechon, Mumkar, who had betrayed him at Sword Valley and ran away, and who he pitied because, I mean, Mumkar really just wanted power. And Dunban knew that. He knew that Mumkar did what he did for a reason. He didn't know exactly the reason, as we know from Colony 9 when he said, "Believe me, I am always just trying to find a reason." But he probably had some idea it was related to the Monado. Realizing that that person who had fought by his side for so long is the person who presumably killed his sister, even if he knows it wasn't killed his sister, he still knows that he violently assaulted his sister, forced her in some capacity to join the Mechon, and destroyed his home and killed a lot of people there. And people question why he suddenly wants to kill Mumkar. Now, granted, that's not the thing that most people question. Most people do not question why he wants to kill Mumkar. Most people question why Shulk doesn't, because Shulk didn't really know Mumkar. At least not to the extent Dunban did. The reason Shulk wants to kill, or doesn't want to kill Mumkar anymore, doesn't really make sense. Because it kind of ignores the fact that Mumkar did kill all these people. With Fiora, we've never seen her directly engage in combat with anyone, even as a Mechon. I mean, we did when she was a Hams, but that was with, like, bunnies and stuff. We've never seen Mechon Fiora do that. But it still makes sense to me with Shulk. Because Shulk is a Hams. We've heard of Colonies 9 and Colony 6. We've never heard of any of the other colonies, it's just implied that they were there. Colonies 1 through 10, because there were 10 colonies originally, and we'll learn about this in a later heart-to-heart if I have enough affinity between everybody to view it. Otherwise, I'll just show it in some other way. But colonies 1 through 10, other than 6 and 9, were all destroyed in Mechon attacks. They weren't destroyed by Hams, only by the Mechon. Shulk lives in this world where the Hams aren't really threats to each other. There aren't any known Hams wars. The Hams haven't fought each other. It's implied that the Hams had to fight the High Entia at some time to attain, like, freedom of them on their own, because obviously the Magmel ruins and Colony 9 were High Entia ruins, and we've heard that the Empire is what apparently colonized the Bionis in the first place, but Hams aren't known to kill each other very often. So that's like the sign of a Hams who is not completely there in terms of, I guess, mentality. And Shulk didn't want to see Dunban go down that path. That makes sense to me at the very least, but whatever. I've ranted for long enough. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we are going to be attempting to head into Galahad Fortress and potentially saving Fiora. See you guys then.